It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cleveland Browns. NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Second down on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. McDonald. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Pittsburgh. Throwing on first down. McDonald. The toss here completed to Pittman. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. First down. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in, going option right. Only trying to pitch it, and the ball's loose. And this is picked up by the Browns. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but that's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points. Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half. Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do? Yeah, I think you have to make sure. And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here, a safety for the opening points of the game. Brandon, let's file this play away, because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Yeah, last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. On first down, McDonald. He'll get this one to Pittman. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
At their 48-yard line.
From the gun, it's McDonald. He's going to go for a big play downfield. It's caught at the 10. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. And this is good as they extend it out now to a 9-0 lead.
Makes the score Steelers 9. Browns nothing. Chris Boswell.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Chubb on the counter. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And slings one that's incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. And it's 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He finds Beckham complete. And he is going to have the Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Not much there, only a yard.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big gain.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll get this pretty close to a 1st down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 33. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. They'll set up the throw. He's got Evans. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. First catch there for Evans, good enough for a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
They run. Chubb. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
They'll run with Joe. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
They'll roll him out right. And it'll be intercepted. It's picked off. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open, otherwise just don't do it.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
So 2nd and 10 at the 5-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, McDonald. Loose football. The ball comes out, and this is picked up by the Browns. And it's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for Browns TD. The pass receiver turned into a runner, then he turned into a fumbler, and it goes the other way for 6.
I love your description. Although for the offense, they're not too happy about it. But for the defense, what a big-time play for them. Never give up on anything. Sometimes you create your own points.
But the receiver, hard to fault him. He's just going for extra yards.
That's exactly what you're supposed to do, but you have to take care of the football.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it up into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. And he'll bang that one through. We are in for a good one as we're through 1 on EA Sports. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down.
So we'll recount real quick. He had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
To throw on 2nd down. McDonald. Quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Chubb. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
3rd down and 11.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. They'll look to throw. Connects here with a tight end, Blake Jarwin. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Chubb. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Letting one go deep for the end zone. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shot of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Operating from the gun, McDonald. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 17 more yards. They had 17 on the previous snap as well. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 48-yard line. From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. And he's got this down to the 35. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
5-yard line. A gain of 13 yards. And the Steeler first down.
On 1st and 10, McDonald. It's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. From the gun, McDonald. And this is going to be incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will cut the lead down to just 2. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive, capture the field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And you know, certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Devin Bush gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. He'll look to throw. Over the middle of the back. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
10 at the 37-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. Third time here this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Lane.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And after the field goal last time, see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Looking to throw on second down. McDonald looking deep downfield. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. It's a gain of 35.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
And that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great. Let's go for the end zone. If not, settle for a field goal. Looks like they can try to hit pay dirt. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over, then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Throwing again. McDonald. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And now it's the punter Weil on as he sends this one away. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Well, what's the plan of attack here? Very late second quarter, and look where the ball is.
Yeah, bad spot for you. But the defense has all 3 timeouts. So what you're telling your team is Ball security, number one. It's not all on the running backs if you decide to run the football. That offensive line has got to protect them and wedge out some space because you can't just kneel. They take 3 timeouts. They're going to get the ball back in good field position with a chance to put points on the board. You got to try.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 33. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
The 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And they'll begin by running the option. 1st down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down. You know, I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
On 2nd down now, it's Montgomery. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. From the gun on 3rd down, McDonald. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers are going to retake the lead. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead is up to 5. Fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this. Pressure comes and the Steelers take him down. T.J. Watt able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
At the 18-yard line.
So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Steelers out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. The 3rd quarter starts with a run by Chubb. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at a 45. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. The throw over the middle taken in. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They run it again with Chubb. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Browns have retaken the lead. Here's Chubb to try to run it in. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
We'll see what they have up their sleeve. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
From the gun on 3rd down, McDonald. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted. They don't...
Look at this. Middle of the field, a breakaway. All the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead is up to 8. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Back to the air on 2nd down. McDonald. Look at this tight end on the corner. It's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
And the Steeler first down.
Operating from the gun. McDonald. That's caught by Montgomery. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. He was looking for Michael Pittman that time. And it's second down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. McDonald again looking for Pittman. A better result here. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 18. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. The left side taken in by Pittman. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
To throw on second down. McDonald throwing right, and that's complete. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. To throw on 3rd down. McDonald. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Well, they went with a nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down. You bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because you know after the sack there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked.
And now here's another interception. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
From the gun, McDonald. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. That's complete to his running back, Evans. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
They'll give it to Chubb. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 15 on the year. Then the Browns take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception.
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off near the 44. And takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Back now here on EA Sports, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And that last pick six may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the fourth quarter. They need points quickly. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
The ball carrier.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. Field. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
And the Steeler first down.
Operating from the gun. McDonald. That went into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a second down.
5 brings up 2nd and 5.
From the gun, McDonald. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 24, and they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
On the tackle.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
And again, it's Chubb. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. Looking to throw. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
At the 46-yard line.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
To throw again. McDonald. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
From the gun on 3rd down. McDonald. And he'll find Pittman. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first.
An 8-yard pickup.
8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Operating from the gun. McDonald. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Well, they'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
The Steelers on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. They push forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. On 4th down, McDonald. It's incomplete. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And this Browns defense stands tall. They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
43-yard line.
On the ground, it's Chubb. There on the tackle, Minkah Fitzpatrick.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and to big yardage all night long.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. As he throws there, incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. He's going to let it fly. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes this way down, deep into Cleveland territory.
68 yards.
It's a big play there for the Steelers. 68 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. On the carry, it's Montgomery. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with third down looming. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. They'll run for it with Montgomery. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. On second down, it's Montgomery. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win him the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Just a formality now, but here's the extra point. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And it's incomplete. It was an exercise in futility anyway. It doesn't affect the final outcome, and this one's over. So they tried to tack on 2 more. Wouldn't have mattered as far as who won and who lost, but that's how this one ends.
Felt like cosmetics, didn't it? Just put another 2 points on the board, make the score look a little bit better. Maybe they wanted to run a 2-point conversion just to see what they had. Who knows? But